Today in Portland, Oregon, a labor leader's covert campaign, arts funding in crisis, clean energy dollars eyed for police, a high-stakes county chair race, and a tax break twist for data centers. Stay tuned. I'm Dean Bark, and welcome to the City Report with Dean Bark. Let's kick things off with a bang. First up, labor leader Lori Wimmer's secretive influence on Portland City Council exposed. Lori Wimmer, Executive Secretary-Treasurer of the Northwest Oregon Labor Council, an AFL-CIO affiliate, has been working behind the scenes to steer council decisions. Records show she pushed allies to consider suing the city to break a tie over the council presidency, aiming to keep Alana Pirtle-Guinea, who serves on the Portland City Council and has led the body as council president, in position. She messaged councilors on their personal phones while publicly saying she was just an observer. Let's cut to the chase. That's a transparency problem. There's more context. The legal theory leaned on a January 2025 memo by Robert Taylor, Portland's city attorney. Wimmer appeared at the January 2025 meeting with Labor for Alana signs, and her lobbyist registration lapsed at the start of 2026. All this as her labor council has wrestled internal disputes, including a prior attempt to seat the police union. My take: sunlight is still the best disinfectant. When influence goes private, public trust pays the price. Moving on, Portland arts organizations struggle as NEA funding cuts persist. After Donald Trump returned to the presidency in January 2025, the National Endowment for the Arts, the NEA, the federal arts grantmaker, canceled grants that had been provisionally approved. Locally, that hit Portland Playhouse, the Northeast Neighborhood Theater Company, Artists Repertory Theater, the city's long-running troupe, Portland Center Stage, the largest theater in town, and the Portland Institute for Contemporary Art, which runs the time-based art festival. Oregon Humanities, a statewide nonprofit, leans heavily on the National Endowment for the Humanities and is feeling the broader squeeze across federal cultural funding. Organizations are now relying more on individual donors, trimming operations, and reshaping proposals to match new nationalistic priorities. Artists Rep last received NEA funding in 2022. PICA scaled back the TBA festival, and Portland Playhouse learned its grant was canceled on opening night of its spring show. Talk about bad timing. The grid is there, but the economics are rough. The arts ecosystem loses not just cash, but the NEA signal that often unlocks other funding. Commendable resilience, yes. Sustainable, that's a bigger question. Let's pivot to the next story. Portland Clean Energy Funds, targeted for police hiring amid controversy. A Multnomah County Circuit Court judge cleared a path for the Enhanced Community Safety Initiative, a petition backed by the Portland Police Association, the city's police union. It would divert 25% of the Portland Clean Energy Fund, PCEF, the voter-approved 2018 surcharge on large retailers, into police hiring and retention. Climate and social justice advocates challenged the measure. A procedural setback forced sponsors to refile a corrected petition in February 2025. They now need 40,437 valid signatures by July 2025 to make the November ballot. The draft would also require the city to maintain or increase general fund police spending and let any Portland resident or taxpayer sue to enforce it. Time to dig into the details. You can't spend the same dollar twice. My take is simple. This could undercut hard-won climate investments, even as it speaks to real pressure on public safety staffing. Shifting gears, Multnomah County chair race heats up amid budget challenges and homelessness debate. Shannon Singleton, a county commissioner elected in 2024 and a longtime homelessness services leader, is up against fellow commissioner Julia Brim Edwards, a former Nike executive and past Portland Public Schools board member. The winner will lead county government starting in 2027, steering behavioral health, housing, jails, and safety net services. The backdrop is a serious budget crunch and heightened concern over public safety and homelessness, all while navigating friction with the Trump administration. Singleton touts tighter integration of county services to boost efficiency. Brim Edwards emphasizes data-driven accountability and has backing from Portland Mayor Keith Wilson and several moderate city councilors. Voters will use ranked choice voting. You rank candidates in order. and the count continues through rounds until someone clears a majority. What's the takeaway? Whoever can turn plans into measurable outcomes fast likely gets the nod. And now for something completely different. Oregon data centers face setback as tax break bill is delayed. Governor Tina Kotek's House Bill 4084 sought to extend enterprise zone tax exemptions to encourage new investment. Lawmakers temporarily carved out data centers, the massive facilities that power cloud computing, citing economic and environmental concerns. That exclusion runs through summer 2027. Oregon already lures data centers with no sales tax, and companies like Amazon have secured sizable breaks. But these facilities now pull about 11% of the state's electricity, with impacts on grids, land use, and water. Lawmakers want a timeout to recheck the math before expanding subsidies. Well, that's one way to look at it. A sober pause beats a costly autopilot. I'm Dean Bark, and that's all the news that fits for today in Portland. Thanks for tuning in to the City Report with Dean Bark. Have a great day and join us again tomorrow.